What if the story of the Great Flood isn't just a myth, but a memory? We like to think of ancient stories as fiction, folktales passed down around fires, exaggerated over time. But here's the unsettling part. Nearly every ancient culture tells of a catastrophic flood. Mesopotamians had Gilgamesh. The Bible tells of Noah. The Hindus speak of Manu. The Chinese, Greeks, Mayans, even the Aboriginal Australians all recall a world drowned in water. Different languages, different continents, the same devastating event. Coincidence? Or something deeper? Archaeologists point to the end of the last ice age, when melting glaciers caused sea levels to rise over 400 feet. Entire coastlines vanished, islands sank, civilizations disappeared without a trace. Imagine watching your world swallowed whole. You'd remember, you'd tell your children, you'd warn them, even if the details blurred. And what if the flood wasn't just physical? Psychologically, the flood is chaos. It represents the moment when the world becomes unrecognizable. When everything's safe, everything known is swept away. We experience our own floods, wars, pandemics, heartbreaks. Our personal deluges may not make the history books, but they shape us just as powerfully. That's why these stories endure. They're not just about water. They're about survival, about rebuilding, about hope clinging to driftwood. Maybe the flood never ended. Maybe it just changed form. And maybe that's why we keep telling the tale, not to remember what was lost, but to remind ourselves that we can begin again. So ask yourself, what has the flood washed away in your life? And what will you build when the waters recede? If this made you think differently, give it a like, subscribe for more stories that dig deeper, and tell me in the comments, what do you think about flood?